and like I was super emotional and sad about it, but then now like for some reason, like whenever I felt that with this person, I just kind of like dissociated in a way, like from the relationship, because I was just like, why would you do that in a way? But then I was
Because it was like that painful or something. Like just kind of like.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it was almost like a like negative dissociation, but it was it was good for me in a way to just not like harp on it, to
Right.
just like move on, but not for them because they were like, you know, like wanting to make it work still, but I just couldn't move past that type of thing, you know.
Right.
Yeah. So
All right.
are we live yet?
Little camera angle. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, kind of. You don't announce it. Wait.
I like to do that sometimes because I.
Wait, let me see. Okay, Peyton's in
like
the chat. Peyton,
I
can
like
you
our
hear
little.
me? Let me see if she types.
Yeah, tell Peyton to comment because then I can see if I can see the comments on my end over here.
Okay.
Because I think I could. There might be a bit of a delay, but we
That's
could
so
probably
funny.
do it.
And you, do I use headphones or no? Just you.
Unfortunately, no. I have
Gosh,
headphones, but
why wouldn't you do that?
someone that uses the studio
kidding.
frequently, I won't say who.
You don't have to.
He knows who though. Accidentally took one of the cords for the headphones. So just make sure that you're talking like right into the mic.
Like, okay.
Yeah, like
Might bring
almost
this
eating it.
closer.
And I did desanitize it.
Oh,
so
thank you.
So yeah, don't worry.
Okay, is this
It should
good?
be. Oh yeah, it's perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, let me get my little Instagram, YouTube link shared.
Yeah, let them know. Let them know.
Let them know. Let's do this story.
All right, folks. Hello, hello. Welcome to Tiny Talk number 24. Can't believe who I have in the studio right now.
Oh shucks.
If you just are joining us, we have a Dallas Entertainment Award winner for Best Singer-Songwriter Act 2026. And someone that has been pulling my heartstrings for the last few days because I've been listening to her music and has a crazy hit single out right now called Hurricane that is literally going through the world. What was it that I read? It was like 77,000 streams in less than a week.
Oh man.
And like 130 countries. Am I right?
Yeah.
Something like this.
Yeah. Now it's at like
Let's update them. Like 200.
No,
like
it's
all of them.
probably at
The
like
whole
80
world?
something. It's just at 80 something.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming the Gracen Wynn to the Beehive Studio and the Tiny Talks. Thank you so much for being here, Gracen.
Thank you. Wait, can I post this on my story super
Please
quick?
do. Yeah,
okay.
do your thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I was told 8 p.m. We're going.
Yeah, we're a little bit
We're gonna
early,
get
I
this little
guess.
story post
For
up
once-
really quick.
For once in our lives here at the Tiny Stage, we're starting kind of early, which
on
never
time.
happens. We're always late, you know.
Hey, we are always on time.
All right. Yes, I see people commenting. All right.
Yay!
Hi, Queen Slay. The interviewed away. Love you, Carlos. Who's
Oh
this?
my gosh.
My STIC. I can't read. I don't have my stupid glasses on.
Tiny stage interview.
Oh, awesome. This is going to be fun. All right. I'll try not
I'm
to get
so
too distracted by
excited.
the comments. Wow. You probably have more people watching than ever right now.
Oh, stop. Wait, no. Guys, I've tried to post a story post for
Yeah, stop messaging her.
promoting.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Instagram's just so good at working. Tiny stage interview. Exclamation point. It works now. Okay, let's do this. Going live now. Going live now. 3
I see
exclamation
Peyton.
points.
Molly.
And then we are posting it on my story. And then we are putting the phone down.
Mystic something. Yeah.
Oh, that's Ramsey's.
Lil Ramsey?
Yeah.
Hey.
No. That's
Oh.
I don't. He's been here before, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. He supports a lot of musicians, so shout out to you. He found me through TikTok,
Oh, nice.
and now he is in the vicinity of
in the community. Yeah. Nice.
Absolutely.
Very cool.
It's awesome, but Okay, I think
Well,
it's
yeah.
up
Well,
to
yeah. Thank you
Oh,
so much for
yes.
being here.
Thank you
It's
for
a serious honor.
having
I'm trying
me.
not to be the nervous person that I usually am.
Oh,
So
same.
I apologize if my stutter comes out because it happens when
No,
I'm
you're
nervous.
good. No, you're so good.
But yeah. So as we were kind of chatting before the interview, I kind of start these, especially with singer-songwriters. I ask usually, what came first, the words or the music? But I don't think I really had to ask for you because you are the winner of the 2026 Dallas Entertainment Awards Best Singer-Songwriter Act.
Yes.
So obviously the words came first.
Oh man.
But I guess then my question would be like, what inspired the kind of music that you come out? Because I've been the last couple of days, I've cried a few times.
Oh,
Not that it's bad.
so
It's
sorry.
it's good.
No, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's therapeutic, right?
Mhm. I have two.
But I'm 43, and I'm like, how does where does this come from? Why is it why? Like someone like
Why?
someone like this shouldn't have this kind of like things that inspire. But
Uh,
life is life. What are you gonna do?
yeah.
But
Yeah.
the way that I guess you've decided to kind of deal with it is really awesome. And I say that again on purpose. I have a thing with the tiny talk. I say awesome way too much.
I use
but
that
now,
word.
But now
way
when I
too
say
less,
it, like
so.
I'm saying it like when I mean it. So it's awesome.
Thank you.
So yeah. So I guess kind of what started your journey in songwriting.
Yeah. I mean, so I went to UNT and
Hey,
yeah, go Mean Green.
I lived in Denton for 13 years. So yeah.
Really
Yep.
nice.
And I worked
Yeah.
for the UNT library for a couple of years too.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh,
Yeah.
I love that place, Willis.
Willis, yep.
Willis Library,
Shout out
man.
Willis.
No, yeah, I mean, I've been singing my entire life,
Yep.
and I grew up listening to some of my favorite pop artists being like Ellie Goulding, Demi Lovato, Avril Lavigne. The list
Avril Lavigne, nice.
the list is so long, and I was just a little diva, to be honest. I was an only child, and so most of the time, not being at school, I would go home and go on iTunes on the computer and my little iPod Shuffle
Yeah.
and just listen to the music and like Disney Channel, music like High School Musical, Camp Rock, all that stuff. And I always loved performance and singing a song and kind of just living in the song. And I think it's really weird growing up. I just never turned to songwriting in itself as an art form. I never turned to it to, I guess, work through my emotions like I do now or process things. Yeah. And I don't really know why. I think I just kind of, whether it was other factors happening in my life or just what I was involved in or lack of motivation. It's so weird saying that for being such a young age, thinking about myself in that way. But like, I knew that I wanted to do music for the rest of my life, even as a child. And so I was just like,
how early?
I mean,
You think?
I just remember performing. I sang for one of my teachers in like 3rd grade or something, and she was like, "Oh, like, let's have you sing for the entire 3rd grade class, not just my class, but the whole grade at recess."
All
and
right.
so I remember this moment so vividly. I think I was with my friend, but we sang like a song, probably from Disney Channel, of course, and like these kids were just forced to sit down and listen to me sing, and I didn't care. Like I was, nervous, being human, but like I loved it, and
Well,
so
they must have asked you to do that because you were probably all right, or pretty decent at least.
I've been told, but I also have been told otherwise.
Really?
No, I mean, okay, this is so funny, left field.
Idiots.
No, I remember singing, like I had a friend and I remember like singing along to his song in his car, and whenever we just like, I don't know if we just stopped talking just because we didn't become friends anymore. But he was just like, "Yeah, my mom told me she didn't like your singing when you sang in the back of the car." And I was like, "Okay, thank you for sharing that information." But then also, I just brushed that stuff off because I mean, I love singing and I don't, if it's for you, it's for you, and if you don't like it, you don't have to listen. So
Right.
that's a side thing. But
Rob Zombie says that. He said, "Do it for you."
Oh yes.
Yeah, basically.
Exactly. And it took me a long time to, I think, get to that point and to not be so in my head about everything, because I grew up overthinking everything, and I think that's what limited me from actually trying to write songs earlier than I did, which I wrote.
Like kind of doubting yourself?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. I feel like I would say like, yeah, like kind of I did that, but like I truly not truly doubted myself that I was, I wasn't capable of what I wanted to do, but like I think I just got way too in my head, whether it came to seeing how other people do something and thinking, "Oh, like that's what I want to do. It's already being done." Blah blah blah, or like I can't do better than that person type of thing. That's I used to
Then
just
why
have
try
those
kinda
little
thing.
thoughts. Yeah,
Yeah.
so like inherently thinking that way just prevented me from doing anything.
Right.
So luckily that has been a huge shift that I've
Yeah.
overcome.
Little bit.
So yeah,
So
I mean
what
there's
was
still
the
battles, but
what was the shift though? Like maybe somebody or there had to have been some kind of point that you stopped second guessing yourself and started kind of getting some more confidence and stuff.
yeah, I truly think going off to college,
UNT is great for that. It's
man,
one of the
it
best art
really
colleges
is.
or schools in the country, right?
Absolutely, yeah. And I mean, even like I was just surrounded by so many talented people. A lot of my friends there were in the jazz division, and so
Nice.
that's just a whole.
Like world famous.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just like a whole new musical world for me to have tapped into,
Yeah.
because I didn't grow up listening to any jazz or really knowing a lot about what it looks like or sounds like. And there's technical parts, but then there's the creative freedom with improv and all that stuff. And so being surrounded by people in that way was very inspiring. But then I think also too, I just got to a point where I was probably 20 years old, and I just got to a point where I was like, enough is enough, and I just need to not, like, if I want to do this, like, time's a ticking, and I can't sit on my butt
Time's
and
a
do
ticking.
nothing
Oh, yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
Seriously, because I was, you just can't, like, wait and let the world pass you by, or let opportunities pass you by, and then get upset about it because you didn't try. And
yeah, facts. Yeah.
so I just finally started trying, and there's trial and error, and still is, and I can fall more than I succeed at times, but it just it helps me grow and helps me become a better musician, better person, better artist, and that's where I'm at now.
So when you first started writing, was it just kind of like telling stories, or like journaling to yourself, or poetry, or things like this, or?
Yeah, for sure. I think because when I wrote my first song ever, it was 2022.
Okay.
And I was in the apartment practice room that I lived in while I was at UNT. I was a sophomore in college, and I wrote it about. It's so cheesy and it's so ridiculous, but my name's Gracen, right? And I wrote it with the line being this wasn't in the line, but like the concept is, maybe I'm sad because the color gray is in my name, which is like this
it's deep,
amazing deep
wow,
thing.
Yeah.
Truly. No, but it like,
how old were you again?
Oh god, like 20. I probably was 21 at that point.
Okay.
But I was just it was my first time, ever trying to write a song and have it feel cohesive, and like I think I remember it going like, I wake up in the morning, something, 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 struggle to get out of bed, like that kind of like vibe.
I love that. Great. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh, I remember the chorus. It's like, please don't wake me up. The sky is not clear enough. I'll try again another day. Try to sleep the pain away.
Okay.
I'm not giving up. That thing,
this one
and
has
then
to come out.
though I have something another day, maybe because the color gray is in my name, and it was just so
Oh,
like
Lord.
the melody. Singing that again kind of takes me back. No, but
wow.
but that was like the first ever thing I wrote, and I was proud of it. At that time, I was proud of it because I had never written anything. Like I'd come up with melodies and stuff in my life and written little ideas, but I never wrote a full song, and that was the first full song I ever wrote.
I'm over here trying not to be too blown away by what I just freaking heard. Where I'm like, all right, that was your first ever song. All right, is this written down? Can we produce this again?
Maybe, maybe we'll take a look at it. I don't think the Johns will.
Now you got some momentum.
No, yeah, that would be really funny to look at again. I mean, I just remember feeling so, in a way, relieved when I wrote my first full song.
Yeah.
Just because I didn't know at the time, but that it would be the start of something very good for me. And, obviously if I want to make music a career, to me, writing the songs that apply to my life and to what I've been through is very important. And, so getting to do that and learn through that on my own for a while, and now I'm collaborating with people, it is really cool to be involved in. So
you went to school for music, right? Or no?
No.
Okay.
I had a music minor, so partly yes, but
because I was going to ask about if you knew how to structure a song, or if it's just you kind of winging it and just
I learned I did learn the AB song forms and stuff. And I think because I've been listening to music, or especially pop music, I don't only listen to pop music, but a lot of that is structured. You got a verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus, that whole thing. And I think naturally I just kind of already have that built and ingrained in my head, but there's so many cool songs that move away from that structure. And I think that even in a way that's becoming more popular, the kind of more experimental choices for whether it's structure or just sounds and all that. But I can't articulate that fully on a guitar or piano, because I am not highly skilled in either of them. I can get by on guitar. Piano, have me play a chord and I can't do it. If you tell me to play an F, I'm gonna have to look at where F is and then find but because I only started playing that as well in 2022, and so I'm still there's a lot of practice to be had, because I don't also play every day, which I need to. But it's just that's kind of with the form of stuff. That's how I.
So music was your minor. What was your major?
It was integrative studies, which is basically a major. It's one academic cumulative major, but you have 3 different majors in one.
Okay.
So I had anthropology, psychology and communications in it, and then the music minor. So
wow.
Lots of people.
I bet that helped in your songwriting, no?
Yeah.
Kind of learning
learning different music cultures, behaviors for sure.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it's always been so interesting to me as a kid, because not that I was closed off from the world, but because I was an only child, I didn't really have anyone close to my age. Except cousins that I would see once every year, not even every year, but just being around friends and people at school, that would be how I learned about other people's behavior. And going back home, I didn't have any siblings to
Where'd you grow
up? Plano, Texas.
Okay,
Plano,
cool.
Texas.
Nice.
Plano, Texas. Yeah, it was good for me. It is good for me for
Yeah.
It's a safe place, and yeah.
So all right, so I'm trying to find a good segue to get into this, but I guess let's just get into it. Because we're talking about childhood and how it's interesting how or has studied kind of people's behaviors and psychology and stuff like that. I think it's interesting the music that you write. So as I mentioned, the last couple of days I've had a few tears listening to your music.
So sweet.
And if anyone that has listened to the Tiny Talks or knows me personally knows the passing of my father was a big deal. And you have a song called Father's Day.
Mm-hmm.
That, of course, going into it, I'm thinking it's about a father that was also lost. I'll be like, oh, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna relate to this song, but it's not. It's kind of about a father you never had,
Mm-hmm.
which hit me harder because I've had it, and then like it kind of made me miss him even more. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But this kind of, I think is interesting. Maybe having this kind of background, listening to music, and also second chances.
Mm-hmm.
How we were talking earlier. How I thought when you were saying I'm pushing 5 and I'm pushing 9, I thought you were talking about your age,
Mm-hmm.
but you're actually talking about 5th chances, 9th chances.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In my stupid brain, I'm thinking that those things are all kind of tied together.
Not stupid.
And
No.
since
It's
you
up
know,
for interpretation.
since you know, I guess yeah.
It truly is. Yeah.
But like, yeah. So you had, I guess, an interesting childhood.
Mm.
In that again, you stop me at any point if we don't want to
No.
talk
Yeah.
about stuff. But I think it kind of has to do with like a lot of your music,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
That your father kind of wasn't there.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I grew up, it was just me and my mom, and she is the strongest woman I know, and she had to face a lot of hardship in order to provide for me, and she has provided like the best life that I could ever hope and dream for.
Yeah.
And I think seeing her resilience and strength in the hard things that maybe, you know, a dad could have, or you know what society thinks like should have like stepped up for, like she was always there to
She compensated for it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, like she's you know one parent, my only parent, but she, you know, is just an incredible woman and human. And I think it's really cool because her sister, my aunt, you know, they're two of the most hardworking women I know, and I think growing up around them and learning from them and being so inspired by them, and that definitely inspired actually taking music more seriously.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, with Father's Day, that song came about, I believe, yeah, like 2022, and it was Father's Day.
Yeah.
And you know, every Father's Day, I mean, the song speaks for itself. Like I see all of, you know, these people like posting about their dads, and I think it's the sweetest thing ever, and it's endearing, and the importance of a father, and the importance of a father in one's life is high. And
Yeah.
I think it, with seeing all of that on one day, it just welcomes in that like, oh, like I wonder what it feels like
Yeah.
to have like a dad, like a father.
Yeah.
Or you know, because I mean also too, like growing up, seeing like if I would hang out at friends' houses and you know seeing that they had their mom and dad, you know, I would be kind of sad about not having what everyone else did, because it's
Right.
so common, you know, for people to have both parents, and obviously everyone has, you know, internal family issues. And I think in my case, it's only been a few handful of people that I've met that share the same experience as me. And so that was just a song that definitely was a great start in my songwriting for me to talk
It
about.
was early on.
Yeah, that was probably the second or third song I ever fully wrote, and it's a shorter one, but it's like, I think it says exactly what it needs to say.
Yes. And I was even commenting. There's a portion at the end where it's just
Instrumental oohs and ahs.
yes, it's the pain, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
That kind of thing, you know.
Yeah. Exactly.
It doesn't need words. You know what
Doesn't
I mean?
need words.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that song's very special. It's my
And-
first ever release too. So it's
What I think is also interesting with your music is that you seem to have a pretty positive outlook with all these things, where you could be the opposite.
yeah.
You know,
Literally.
be a little Avril Lavigne, You know,
Yeah,
like
right. No, yeah. I mean,
Um,
honestly, that ties perfectly into Second Chances
Yeah.
because I wrote that from a place. So that was I wrote that 2023. So some time had passed, and uh, to be frank, stopped. I stopped doing harmful things that welcomed in just negative impacts on my brain, on my body, on all of how I lived.
when you say
Like,
harmful things, what do you mean?
um, smoking weed. I'll
Okay,
just say
yeah.
it. Yeah, like
No, sure.
I stopped.
We are at a hemp dispensary, but I get it.
Yeah, sorry guys. No, yeah, I like truly.
Tea breaks are good.
Yes, and I think for people, like for certain people, it can be used as like healthy coping, or not even coping, but just like a healthy form of um care. But for me, over time, I mean, from the beginning, I was using it as a negative
Yep.
coping
No,
mechanism.
I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And over time, what, like with it, like when it would make me like chill and forget about what I was going through, over time, I think there was just, I don't know what it was, but just as I got older and then being in college, I think um this was the cause of it, but I just started getting so anxious every time I would do it. And I think I knew it was some form of a push towards me, um, telling me to, like, it's time to stop. Like, it's time to quit doing
Yeah.
this in order for you to feel better temporarily and not actually face your problems.
Yeah.
And so Second Chances, like the second verse literally says, medications, I went to drugs before and it saved me for a while, I'm pretty sure. And that's truly because I think if I hadn't done that, like, it would, like, and it never was a thing of turning into anything worse than that. Like,
Mhm.
I never drank or anything like that. Like in high school,
Yeah.
all the kids here and there start
Sure.
drinking and try that out, but I just never got into that and never wanted to. And so with weed, it was just like something quick, simple, easy, like I could forget about my problems and move on with my day. But then I realized that's not how issues in life should be approached. And
Yeah.
so when I stopped smoking, it was probably, like a year or 6 months to a year. And when I sat down and wrote Second Chances, I was so sad and I was so distraught, and I was like not wanting to turn back to weed, but I just sat with starting to write this song, and I got out my feelings in that way, just with lyrics and a melody, and that
made you kind of not go back to it.
Yeah, I mean, that song itself didn't make me go back to it, but it made me realize that like creating and songwriting is something that I can rely on and turn to in a time of need where I am feeling awful and sad. I mean, among other things that
And
are good
forgiving
for you.
yourself,
But yeah,
like, over and over again.
exactly. Yeah.
'Cause
And
pushing
yeah,
5, pushing 9 was not your age. It was how many chances you've
exactly.
given yourself, right?
Yeah. 'Cause and I mean, that obviously ties into just when we fall as humans and people, and the getting back up part is what can be very difficult. And
I did not expect to have this thing in common with you, or have this
yeah.
have that hit so close to home for me.
Yeah.
Again, if anyone knows me personally or has, especially Tiny Talk number 9. Like
Oh no, I need to look at that.
the first 10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, that's. And again, it still kind of hits me that you're so young with all this experience already. But
Oh man.
this
Yeah.
is great though. That something is putting it in. Like I say, it's kind of interesting how, like, it seems songwriters like you, like you have some kind of antenna that the words can come in, and then you can process them and put them out in a way that, like, it's helpful for people.
Yeah.
And
Thanks.
yeah, like listening to this music, like I'm like it's like I said, you could be like a bitter person, you could be angry, but it's the opposite. So like, where does that come from? Like where, like, I love Hurricane. Everyone does. I'm about to look at the chat right now, right?
Oh my gosh.
Everyone does, right? Thumbs up for Hurricane.
So sweet.
That's sweeping through the whole country. But but it's okay. It's a breakup song,
Mm-hmm.
but it's about saying, okay, I'm all right with it.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
And Father's Day is kind of like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Second chances is giving yourself second chances. Like does that come from maybe your mother? Like this kind of outlook where, you know, I don't know. It's this kind of positive or optimistic looking at like at a hurricane, like at a storm,
Yeah.
and kind of like seeing the sun poking through instead of being freaked out by the weather. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I feel like, you know, there would be hard situations that like knocked her down, but every single time she got back up and always saw the positive side of what things could look like. And I definitely carry that with me. And I'm a very optimistic person. And I think as I get older and I see the world for what it is now, there's definitely a pessimistic tendency that I've been feeling, but I'm trying to work through that in a way where it's like I'm still maintaining that optimism that I have for what I go through, or what, you know, if I have like, you know, friends going through something hard, just like teetering and just learning how to not have it be like a blind optimism type of thing. Like knowing the reality of things, but then also knowing that I'm allowed to approach it in a way that works for me, which is sometimes, you know, I can be overly optimistic, but I
grew up on Disney too. I totally get it.
Man, you know, you
Disney
get it.
and Rocky. I
you
mean,
get it. You get it. I can't look at things and just like let it take over, because
it's
sometimes I do, but you know,
it's such a great thing to have, though, honestly. And in my time here, you know, once you push like 40, you start noticing patterns of stuff.
I'm pushing.
Oh shit, 44. But you start noticing kind of patterns, and that kind of general outlook. When you have that kind of optimistic outlook, good things tend to happen for you.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're pessimistic, it's the opposite way. That's kind of a reason why my OP Productions thing, the OP stands for Olate Power.
Oh.
It's kind of an inside joke in my family.
Yeah, what is
my last name is Olate.
Okay.
But it's a famous story in my family where, you know, if we go to the supermarket, we're online, and he'd say, watch, this register's going to break.
Oh.
And then sure enough, that light would start blinking, and then you would see people start fumbling around with the register and whatever. And we're like, man, it's because you called it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like we're like, I played soccer growing up, so like we're trying to get to a game and we're late or whatever, and then, you know, the person pulls up in front of you that's all slow, and we're like, of course, right?
Of course.
So latte power, but I tend to have the kind of good luck side of it, because me and like my mother kind of like tend to look on the kind of more optimistic side of things.
Yeah.
Like even in the shit, like it's kind of like I think it's a Colombian thing, not because my mom's Colombian.
Okay.
My father's from Chile. It probably has to do with the personalities of these countries, but there is a really funny video somewhere online that I saw where it's like comparing how different Hispanic cultures react to like burning themselves on the stove.
Oh my gosh.
Or like, you know, in Argentina it was like, go into mine. They're like cursing everything. But like a Colombian be like, no, I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Everything's good. Like, but like they're obviously like suffering.
I can relate to that so much.
It's okay. Don't worry about
Don't
me.
worry about me.
We're good. but
I'm
like,
definitely a mix of both if that situation presents itself.
That's really how I am. Where it's like
That's so
my leg
funny.
would be cut off. I'm like, no, it's so good.
Oh,
It's all
yeah.
good. I'll tie it up. It's all good. But having this kind of outlook, you tend to kind of generate your own luck. So like maybe that's no coincidence that you're kind of blowing up the way you are right now.
Yeah.
And your music is.
Oh.
So congrats for that.
Oh, thanks.
And thank you for your music, because like I said, I've been and there's one song that has no lyrics. I forget what it's called, but it's just like
Oh my gosh.
like, it's just. So what's that about?
That's so funny. Yeah. So
I forgot what it's called, but
it's Chasing Lights.
okay, Chasing Lights.
Yeah,
Yes.
that song is so funny. So when I was little, I love horses.
Okay.
Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron.
Yeah.
That is my all-time favorite movie. And I literally remember a night I would watch it I watched it like 60 times on repeat, and I stayed up all night watching it. But with being certified horse girl, there's a game called Star Stable Online, and it's a Swedish-based game, but it's worldwide. And I found this game, and I was like, oh my gosh, immersive horse world, count me in. You make a character, you're going to summer camp, and then you end up staying at the camp because you have superpowers, and you need to work with it. Like, the lore
Like
runs
X-Men
so
kind of thing?
deep.
Yeah.
Literally, the game has shifted over time. I won't get into that, but the lore is it's actually so good. Like, I'm not a huge video game nerd head. Not that I use nerd in the most positive light ever.
Yeah.
But I grew up playing games, and like story-based games sign me up.
Yeah.
So this is what that was. And so I started playing that when I was literally like 9 years old. And then fast forward to 2024, the, I guess, social media team, they posted on their Instagram that they were looking for music to add to an area of the game.
Okay.
And so I was like, I'm making music. I'm a musician. I don't play this game anymore, but like, I still have my account.
Uh-huh.
Like, I still have my account. I check on it here and
Nice.
there. But I was like, why wouldn't I just submit something just to say I submitted something? Or like, because
why not?
there's no chance that, you get accepted. But it's goes back to that thing where it's like, I don't want to regret not trying something and, being upset that I didn't do it because blah, blah, blah. And so I made a little instrumental song on Logic. And
did they accept it?
Yeah, I mean,
Get outta here.
so that's why it released
So that's a video game song.
Yeah, so it released under them. Like, if you scroll to the bottom, you'll see it's like Star Stable Entertainment.
How cool
like,
is that?
distributed it, but it plays in the game still.
Yeah.
And that was 2024, or was that 2020? Yeah, 2024. So, that's where
what
that
a credential.
piece of exactly. And so, yeah, the Winnie's joke about it being their favorite song lyrically, because there's such good lyrics in that song.
I had to play it back because I was like, did I miss like the lyrics or no? I was like, oh no, it's just
no,
like
it's so funny. Yeah, no, literally, and it's so like I have little like ha 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 in there, but it's so funny thinking about, because I want to tour someday, and I just enjoy the thought of having a set and then the break where I like get off stage for a second to come and then come back, that song just starts playing. Like, and the audience knows it and they go crazy. I think that's so funny, but that's what that song is.
When you were just talking about that little ha 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 part, it made me think of a different I think it's at the end of Second Chances. I'm not sure. I'm horrible with names, but there's like a radio or something like playing in like really faintly in the background, like maybe a TV or something, or like there's some. What's that? Is there some kind of like?
I don't.
What's that about? Because I was like really trying to. I put it like really loud. I was like, what is that?
Like in the instrumental section?
Yeah, like at the very end.
At the very end.
It sounds like there's some kind of like radio or like somebody speaking, like a newscast or something like that. You know?
Yeah.
What I mean?
Well, so we did play it, or I played it on a live like grand piano.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably the sounds of that room like reverberating, because we didn't add any touches like that.
Okay.
But it was a live recorded piano in a like living room and down, and South Dallas, so
We
it's
should-
like
We should make it some kind of lore, like some kind of like like some kind of Beatles stuff,
little
like.
static.
But
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, yeah. No, the only thing we ever did for a song like that was in Stop the Car. My producer and
I think
I.
that's what it was.
Oh, that
maybe.
one.
Because at
We're
the
like yelling
very
at each
end,
other,
there's-
like faintly.
There's just something in the background where I'm like, is that a radio or like is that like a newscast? Or
Yeah,
what is that?
no,
And
yeah,
that-
that's Stop
and
the
I'm
Car.
Like really trying. Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
Stop the Car is a great song too, by the way.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
So,
That
like-
one was the one that got like people into me. A lot of people
Yeah.
like off of like when I started doing TikTok lives, like that song was the one that
Yeah.
they loved whenever it came out. So that's cool.
Yeah. So
I love that song.
Let's get into that song. Can you? Are you okay talking about how that song came about?
Yeah, I mean, I have had a good handful of fun ex-boyfriends in my life. So, if they don't want to have songs written about them, they shouldn't do bad things.
That's right. This is yeah.
This is a thing.
That's a lesson for all of us guys.
You know. And so Stop the Car is funny because that relationship I actually had when I was probably like 15. I didn't need to be in a relationship or have a phone. And it was just one of those relationships where it's like he was obviously, I think he was a year older than me, like 16-year-old boy. He at the beginning, like being friends at first, like didn't hang around the bad crowd, but then eventually got into, the stuff that it's like,
Yeah.
oh, like he's like the bad boy type
Right.
of thing. At the time that's how it's viewed. But so I was just, it was kind of almost like a first love type of thing. It was not love whatsoever. It was it kind of felt like I was being like dragged on a leash, but not in a way that he was controlling me, in a way that
like there's a
I
lyric-
wanted to be with him so bad that I was
Yeah.
just like, I'll do whatever it takes to be with you type of thing.
Yeah, I think there's a lyric where you're saying like I can't get you off of me even if I tried or something like that, and I was like, I hope that doesn't mean like
No,
Literally.
that literally just meant like even if I wanted to like
Right.
rid myself of this person, I literally was so invested in them, and like
because it's kind of your first.
yeah, it
Yeah,
was
like-
like like the words that are said and the time that's shared. It's like you think, and again, I'm like 15. I'm optimistic, so I'm like, let me see this through.
Yeah.
But then eventually, obviously, it did not work out. And then I saw him like years later, and it was very platonic, very, very, very platonic. But he had gotten this like car, and we were driving through a neighborhood, and he started going like 60 something
Whoa.
miles an hour in like a 25
Yikes.
like neighborhood zone. And at that point I was like, because I was probably like 19 when I saw him again, 18, and at that point I was like, if you can put me in danger like this, no. But then looking back at that experience in like 2023, so like a lot of time had passed, like 4 or 5 years.
So it was reflective, the song.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So looking at that instance, I thought Stop the Car, and I was like, oh, like that's a cool concept. And then from that point, obviously it opens up the song like Stop the Car, Get Me Out. It started from a real experience that I did have with this person, and then eventually the song became about the entire relationship with him.
Yeah.
So I think that song is very cool in that way. Because it was an important relationship for my growth,
Mm-hmm.
and knowing what I deserve. But it's cool to have gotten a song out of that,
Yeah.
because he was
Shout out.
not a good
Yeah.
person for me. So that's where that song came about. Yeah. And then at the end, like you mentioned, my producer Cam and I, like fake fought, and then like
Okay, so that's what it is.
that.
All right.
Yeah, so
I
that's
love
what
it because I
they're.
was like putting it super. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we have to like put it up super loud and like.
Yeah,
you
it's very
actually, like,
faded, but
put
it's
out
there.
Because I can't make out the words. I don't think. But is there a way that we could maybe? Or
Maybe with like, I mean,
That'd be kinda
AI is
interesting
getting
to hear.
crazy now. I'm like, y'all don't use AI on my songs, but if you really want to try,
That'd be interesting.
do your thing.
To see if we can hear that.
Yeah, right.
Hear that the fake argument. Yeah, and I love how even like when you're describing this stuff, you still have to mention how it helped you in some kind of way.
Literally.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's so interesting looking back at past occurrences, like, you know, with second chances and like drugs, and then stop the car. I'm sorry. This past relationship that I haven't been involved in or invested in like 6 years. It's like just very cool how songs can come about from a place where I am mentally better, and I'm open and willing to writing about those experiences even though they happen years ago. So
what do you think I guess motivates you to put out this music? Because you know it's I can imagine it can feel vulnerable probably to kind of talk about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I also understand how it can be healing for people.
Yeah.
So like was that a sort of motivation for it, or was it healing for yourself and you're like, hey, if it heals you, great, but it's really for me kind of thing?
No, yeah. I definitely a mix of both. I think with songwriting becoming such an important part of my process for getting through like hard feelings, or if I think about if I sit down and start writing a song and I think about an experience I went through and I start writing it and I finish the song, it's definitely a good way for me to kind of have what I went through in one body of work.
It kind of makes sense of it, maybe.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, definitely makes sense of it, and having it be in an art form that I just love so much.
Yeah.
And then ultimately, you know, my goal is for my music to reach people that need it, or kind of hear it and they're like, whoa, like I've been through that. Or like I know someone that's been through that, like I want to show them this song type of thing. I think
it's a powerful thing to felt like you're heard.
Absolutely. Yeah. And yeah, even more so, like not even me feeling heard, but like helping other people feel heard.
Right. That's what I mean.
Yeah. So yeah, you get it. So it's like that is a very cool thing, because I feel like also in this day and age, it's the way music can be just like shared like crazy is so mind blowing to me. Like the fact that I can share my song instantly with someone on the other side of the world,
right?
And if it, you know, resonates with them, like I think that's so crazy.
Speaking of resonating, didn't someone did like a harp version?
Oh my
right?
gosh, that was so cool.
I was like, do you know this person? You're like, no, I was just random. I was
Dude,
like, freak.
Shout out to you.
I would have lost my shit.
Oh my gosh, I literally did. When I saw that, I fell to the floor. Not even kidding. That was the first time I'd ever seen.
Is it on your Instagram or?
I posted on my story, but it's reposted on my Instagram. So yeah, it's reposted on.
For those of you who don't know, somebody, where was it? What country was it?
Oh my gosh, I don't even.
Some other country did a literal just a harp version of Hurricane, like just playing the harp.
Yeah, of the bridge,
beautiful,
the melody of the. Then I'm like, now I'm imagining that song like orchestral version. I'm like, oh my gosh,
oh my God,
I need to call her up.
Forget it.
Literally need to call her up and
get
that started. No, but yeah, that was really cool. That was really cool.
So where I like to ask this question for most of yous. Because I always say I see yours as superheroes, and I want to know where the Big Bang kind of came from. And for me, there not has to, maybe let me know if there is or not.
Yeah.
But like a sort of moment where either you wrote a song and it hit with somebody, or like that you're like, you know what, I can do this. Like I'm actually good, and I'm gonna pursue this. Like, or this is what I'm gonna really try to do, practice, learn, all that kind of stuff. Was there a sort of moment where, like, maybe you wrote one little song and then someone was like, "Oh yeah, that's pretty cool," and you're like, "All right, well, if you think it's cool," or maybe like that recital where you was like third grade? They asked you to kind of sing like all day or whatever.
Yeah, literally. No, yeah. I think, yeah, something I think of that honestly, it doesn't even apply to my own songwriting, but whenever I first started to finally climb out of that shell of feeling like whatever I did or whatever I could do wasn't good enough, because I mean, just some backstory, like, I loved watching YouTube videos,
Okay.
and I wanted to, be a YouTuber for a time too in middle school.
Yeah.
And I, like, transparently, like, my acne, I think, was also a huge contributor to why I felt so limited to being perceived, or like wanting to be perceived
Yeah.
on like video. Cause like my mom, she got me this so cool. It was like this like Canon like camera, cause she wanted to help support my dreams.
Yeah.
And the first ever video, and like only ever video I took on it was like a video of me saying like, "Hi YouTube, like it's Gracen," and I watched it back, and all I could just stare at was like my acne, because it was so bad, like
yeah.
at the time. And so like immediately like deleting everything that I try to record, because I don't like how I look, or I don't like, or I'm picking apart, what I'm saying, blah blah blah.
I'm sorry, you took my breath away. But Jesus.
Man, no, seriously, it's such a real, like, it was like a visceral feeling. Like,
Yeah.
I did not want anything where I had imperfections showing. I did not want anything to be seen with the world.
I can kind of relate a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I'll show myself on camera. As most of you know me,
Yes, sir.
You rarely see me without a hat or a beanie or something. Because I started losing my hair at like 19. And that sucked. And what was kind of even shittier was that, like, I played soccer my whole life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was known on my team for, like, always having the best hair, even after the game.
Oh, my gosh.
Because, like, I would, like, style it all kind of cool ways and stuff. And then, could you imagine, like, at 19, then I'm like, so, like, I can kind of relate where I'm like, I don't want pictures of I don't want to be seen. Or,
It's such a weird.
It sucks.
It's really, and like, absolutely. And I think, because, I remember getting my first pimple in 5th grade, and then it never went away. And I still struggle with it. Like, it's definitely gotten better, and I still have my ups and downs with it. But, like, so back to that point, it was my freshman year or sophomore year of high school. I'm pretty sure it was my sophomore year of high school. I posted my first ever, like, cover song, and it was "You Were Good to Me" by Jeremy Zucker and Chelsea Cutler. Amazing song.
Yeah.
And like, even still, like, because I didn't want to record myself singing on piano, I used clips of 2 horses that I used to own.
Oh.
Gunsmoke and Lacey, I miss y'all. I don't know where you are, but I love you. They were adopted. But anyways, so I used clips of them for the cover and posted it on YouTube. And I just remember whenever I posted my first cover, I was so scared of being perceived and, like, my voice being out in the world like that for the first time. Because there were so many times before then that I would say, like, working on a cover, working on blah, blah, blah. And then, like, I never would follow it through.
No.
And so after I crossed that bridge and saw the reception of it, and people, seeing it, hearing it, and loving it, I think at that point it kind of helped start to slowly chip away at that
That doubt.
because I wasn't super consistent whatsoever. I think my next cover after that was like months and months after that one, but it's like it definitely helped pull me out of that place, feeling like I can't do this, and then seeing how it is received by people, and not even that, like, the all positiveness of it is what's most important. I think, I don't know, I've had comments or whatever that don't always resonate with stuff, which is okay. And I think when I started finding the people that want to listen to my music and are open and yeah, just like open-minded to it. I think
I believe they're called Winnies.
I believe they're called Winnies. My little
Yeah.
Winnies. Yes. But so yeah, that's kind of one of those moments where I definitely felt like I can do this. Like
Yeah.
I can give it my all. And so now we're here.
Yeah.
We're trying. We're doing it.
Yeah, you're doing it. So like as I introduced you, you're a Dallas Entertainment Award winner for Best Singer Songwriter. So
Act.
how did that all happen? So I think you're affiliated with the Creative Factory studio, right?
Yeah, so I started working with them.
Big shout outs to Christian and the Creative Factory. As some most of you should know, if you ever heard the story of the Tiny Stage, this thing would not have probably happened without the Creative Factory or Christian.
Oh yeah.
Our very, very first live show here was the famous August 8th Lionsgate Festival. And we needed live music, and we didn't know where the hell to get it because we never did live music before.
Yeah.
But then one of the workers that was here, really close with Christian, and I just heard he was in music. I didn't know he was in it like he is. And I was like, hey, can you help us out? And he sent us like 4 acts and like awesome. Like, and that's what kind of inspired the owner to say, you know what, live music should be here more often. So then after that, we did a couple of open mics. And from that experience, so it was like, it was H.D. Kennedy was one of them. Poor guy. It was August 8th. August.
Was this 2020?
24.
Okay.
He's on at noon, and he comes out here with like a leather jacket. Like I was like, oh, but he did his thing. He's a pro, you know.
Oh.
He's got to look his. But yeah, it was so bad. Yeah, and H.D. Kennedy, Solitary Witch, David Noir, I think.
Wow.
I'm butchering the names. Yeah, and then from there, he was like, we have to do this again. The owner here, Chris Fagan, a.k.a. Johnny Appleweed, the one that literally built, with the thing that we're sitting in right now, he built this whole thing.
Wow.
I did open mics for, my career has been in libraries, pretty much my whole life.
Oh, wow.
For like 21 years. And part of that was doing programs, and one of them I used to do, some open mics, which is kind of different at a library, right?
Yeah.
But with my experience with soccer was that when you meet one good player, they know 2 other good players, and they know 2 other ones. So from that experience, we were able to get, we had an open mic a Friday and Saturday with 3 featured artists each day, because I was really scared about having an open mic with nobody to perform.
Yeah.
And so that happened through that little network, and then it just kind of just snowballed and snowballed, and
now we're on number 24.
Now we're on Tiny Talk 24.
Oh my gosh.
And we were also nominated for one of these awards that you can see right behind you. Yeah, for best
that.
non-traditional venue.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
But yeah,
so well deserved.
So how did you get started with the Creative Factory?
Yeah, so my first time ever going was in August of 2023, and I was living with my friend Leah at the time. Shout out Leah Graham, I love you. And she was a very inspiring person to be around. She's also a creative, but she was very proactive about finding open mics and like little like songwriting events around the area.
Nice.
And so she, I think, had went to creatives once before, and then we got a little group together from UNT to drive up there.
Nice.
At their old location. And yeah, it was the first time that I ever felt like kind of intimidated in a room, because
it can be,
we're just in college and starting, like, we just have like a jam session group, just having fun and starting to really take, like, even though it's fun, I'm starting to take my songwriting and performance seriously.
Yep.
With singing and playing guitar. And so we show up to Creatives Factory, and we all performed 2 songs each, and I remember just the people at Creatives being receptive of the songs I sang. I'm pretty sure I sang "Stop the Car," and I don't remember the other one I sang. It's probably on recording somewhere. But oh, you know what? I think it was Black Box. It's a unreleased song of mine.
Okay.
But so yeah, I think so. Those 2 I sang, and they, heard it, and they were like,
"We gotta work.
This is cool." Yeah, they were like, they just were very supportive from the very beginning, and I I was still in school, and recording music was something that I had always like wanted to do. And I guess at that time Father's Day was out, and it was a song that was written like literally at school in a songwriting, or not songwriting class, but like an album making class.
Yeah.
And I met the people that produced that song in that class, and that type of thing. But the idea of like working with people professionally, that was still a pretty daunting, scary thing to me at
Yeah.
the time. And the door definitely opened itself at the right time, in me working with them. We started working on Hurricane in September of 2025.
Okay.
And so I had started writing the song in December of 2024. And then for a long time, like I got all of the bones in it. I wrote the verse, the chorus, or not the chorus. I wrote the verse. I wrote basically the whole song, except it was lacking a chorus. Like the original melody I had from it, I just couldn't get out of my head, but it wasn't good. And
Really?
so, yeah, it was just like this like super low thing that I can't sing, and it's so short and it's not catchy or anything. And so whenever I brought it to them at that time when we started working together, they helped me like change up some of the words throughout the song, to have them be better and still say like what I wanted to say. But then also we wrote an entirely new chorus, which is the one that's obviously that you hear, and I fell in love with it. And so yeah, we wrote that, and then obviously the production of it is, I have clips that I'm going to share from the literal first
Nice.
session that we have of it. But yeah, the production was everything that I heard in my brain executed, all because of Jonathan McNary and Jonathan Camacho. So
Shouts out. Yeah.
shouts out to them, because I could not produce that to save my life. I contribute little composition things here and there, but
Nice.
the production of it was blown out of the water.
Have you learned that any kind
No
of
pun intended.
Ba-dum-bum. Have you learned any kind of sound engineering type things? Because I've noticed how a lot of the artists that I speak to, they kind of have to learn that out of necessity. But
No,
you have some really
yeah.
great friends with the Craze Factory.
Oh
so
my
it's kind of
gosh.
hard to
I
have
just need to
but-
take a master class
Yeah.
from them. Like, I feel like I could pick it up if I really put forth practice to it. And
Yeah, it's not that crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I think I mean, 'cause like when you say that, I think of artists like Bon Iver, Novo Amor, Aaron LeCounte's one I'm listening to right now, but they do these cool like analog synth
Mm.
stuff. And it's not just stuff, it's not to be
Yeah.
said that it's so simple, but it's like the art of that is so cool to me that I would love to like like one day I want to have a live show where I'm able to kind of do like the tracking on stage, and then
Like this
having that
video
be
game
the
music.
oh my
like that.
gosh,
Yeah, that'd be so awesome.
exactly yes. Yeah, like
Oh,
like
how cool would that be?
record the
Like-
guitar and then loop it,
Yeah.
and then have the, but then it like fades into the production. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have big dreams. I have big dreams.
This is
but
so cool. Yeah. So
I think it's so cool. It's a really cool.
'cause that was going to be
concept.
a question later. Was kind of like where you're kind of your next direction. But we got
Mm.
we got to talk about Hurricane though.
Oh my gosh, Hurricane,
And
my love.
apologies to this guy. Well, not apologies. Thanks to this guy, whoever
Oh.
that for whoever it is. Would he know it's about him,
Yeah,
or do you know he knows?
yeah.
Let's spill some tea.
No, he.
Let's
Yeah,
spill it.
I. All I will say is that it was a very important relationship in my life, and it was also a very good relationship in my life for many, many, many ways. And there was never this like I definitely see how Hurricane can be perceived as this like it out of all my songs, it's definitely my most angry song. Funny enough, because it sounds so melancholic and poppy, but like it definitely, at least from my experience, the relationship, like it literally says in the chorus, like we knew there were good intentions that got stuck in the wrong direction. And I couldn't find that statement to be more true, because I think we went into it like wanting the best for what we both wanted and like wanted to give each other, but then over time that just became too difficult to really manage. And I think towards the end of the relationship there was just I'm not saying I'm a saint, you know, I definitely had my hardships that I would push onto him, but I think just when there is a kind of a betrayal, even though it's not like the craziest thing in the world, it wasn't cheating or anything like that. It was just like
a betrayal of your dreams, almost like you had this
or just
whole
of
thing
my
in your
trust.
head.
Like
Yeah,
like my trust was ripped away from me because of something, and that's just something I couldn't go back on, like trying to rebuild, because I think I had just gotten to a point where I was just so like done and dissociated from any kind of reconciliation in a way. And so when the relationship officially ended, that's when the song started. I started making sense of it, really, when it ended.
like right away kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Did you know that would be kind of like the way for you to I guess make sense of it, cope with it, or
Definitely
did it
eventually.
kind of come out naturally? Like,
Yeah. I think both. I think, you know, it was a relationship that I was involved in for almost 3 years' time, and so I, you know, obviously with being a songwriter and musician, I'm gonna have to write about it, but it definitely came naturally whenever I first got the sonic idea running through my mind of what it kind of looked like. Like I started, I believe, whenever I came up with that little melody, I would come up with the verse melodies and the pre-chorus melodies, but then I remember when I started writing the bridge, I was like just spitting. I was spitting everything that everything that I would have said to him, but that I wouldn't have in person, that I would in a song, basically. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yes, and we're gonna turn this into a TikTok trend tonight.
Oh my gosh, y'all aren't ready.
You'll see.
You'll see.
But yeah, no. I just love the different perspective, because like I say, it's not your typical breakup song, because you're actually almost saying it was good.
Yeah.
You know, like
almost
it's always kind of weird because it's called a hurricane, but like I'm from Jersey, so we don't have a lot of hurricanes. We've had a couple, some big ones, but like it's kind of weird how after it this is calm.
Yeah.
Shit's like destroyed.
Yeah.
But it stopped. Like it's no longer being destroyed. It's already there.
Yeah.
It's settled. And now let's build it again.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. You know what I mean? So
wow.
That for me is kind of the hurricane. Like we're
exactly.
And you're saying it's all right. Like what are you gonna do? A hurricane happens.
Yeah.
We tried. We tried to batten down the hatches. We tried to, tape up the windows, but this shit happened. You know, what are you going to do?
Man,
Yeah.
I love how you're speaking about this. I'm going to rewind and watch everything you just said, and then that's how I need to talk about this song, because that's exactly it.
But, Leah, no, but nice that you're almost forgiving him a little bit.
Oh, not even a little bit. Like, it's,
like,
I am.
Where, like, say a Taylor Swift song is like, woo.
Oh, for sure.
He better not go anywhere near her. You know, like
no, yeah. It's all love and all forgiveness, no matter what. And I think, you know, it was an experience that I, again, just learned a lot from.
It helped you grow.
And helped me grow.
Yeah. And it's great that you noticed that, because, again, a lot of people, maybe they wouldn't notice that till way later after the anger comes out, you know?
Yeah.
But you have a really great way of kind of channeling that, it seems. And, yeah, I don't know, but it's maybe that comes from your mother and kind of seeing how she kind of like helped you kind of go through this kind of interesting childhood.
Yeah.
That would be really difficult for a lot of people that, you know. So yeah, big shout out to your mother. I hope I get to meet her someday.
Oh, absolutely. She shows up.
Give her a bigger high five.
She comes to everything. She runs my merch tables
Oh,
every
nice.
time I have merch. Yeah, she's the best.
Nice.
She's the best.
So yeah, what
I
was
should have brought you a shirt. I need a
That's okay.
next time I'll bring you a
we
shirt.
need one. Yeah, I have to
Oh
make
my
one too.
gosh.
Yeah.
Hey, we got this.
I got plans. But yeah, winning this award. So what was it like? Even because I remember what it was like being nominated. And I was like, "What in the frick?"
It's
I was
so
like, and
cool.
it was hilarious too because when it came out, like I did the whole for your consideration post that I guess like the rules of like
Yeah.
how you even considered.
Yeah.
Months and months passed, and I'm like, yeah, vote for us, whatever. And then when the nomination came out, of course, I'm gonna look, and when they have the best non-traditional venue, I'm looking for Tiny Stage. I don't see it. I'm like, oh well,
Yeah.
of course not. Like we're not that big yet, whatever. And then I get a text from Janet, like a couple hours later, like saying congrats, and I was like, on what? She's like, you guys are nominated. I was like, no, we're not. And she's like, yes, you are. And then there was like a misprint where they had Spinster Records twice.
Oh.
And we were like the last one there.
Oh
So I was
my
like, oh shit. So
gosh.
I actually looked and I was like, no shit, we're nominated. So it was just being nominated was like crazy.
It's so yeah.
But you won the damn thing.
Oh, I mean, I just think it's such a cool thing that Desi and that whole team who makes that happen.
So awesome, yeah.
It is just such like I'm honored to even be able to be in the room where it happens.
Same, yeah,
like
same.
I think growing in this space in the Dallas music scene specifically has been such an honor, truly, like just being around so many incredible musicians and learning about people's stories and like walks of life and how they ended up, wanting to pursue music full time. Just having an event and multiple events. They throw on multiple events. They have the pre-show and then they have the actual ceremony. But to be able to host something like that, just to where everyone can just be in community with each other, I think, like I've never seen something like that within a city before. I mean, obviously you have the mega huge events like the Grammys or whatever, but it's like, having it feel so close knit, even though it's still a giant like event. It's so cool.
One of my favorite parts of the whole thing, the experience was that kind of pre-show. Was that the nomination gala, or whatever? Where for some people maybe they were annoyed, but like to get that certificate that's right behind you, it took like a good 2 hours to go up the stairs.
Oh, I waited.
But you met everybody that was nominated, and like all the different genres and everything else, and they were all BS and exchanging Instagrams and whatever. Like it was so freaking cool.
That was
like,
really cool.
That event really made everyone like even if you were nominated, it made you feel like you just won the whole thing. Like it really didn't matter that we didn't win it. But
absolutely, no, that's a good point.
And big shout out to Toddy Renee. Toddy Renee won for best R&B song for Love Girl, and she shouted us out on the stage. So that was really awesome. She shouted out the Love Mike and Tiny Stage. That was nice.
No, she's iconic. Yeah, she's amazing. She's a prime example of one of many such talented artists like that we see, every week or so that we come to these events. Like it's so inspiring.
Do you ever have an opportunity or want to collaborate with any of these artists?
Oh yeah,
locally?
Yeah. It's in talks.
Yeah, it's in
talks.
You're talking.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean that's been such a huge goal of mine to collaborate with other artists on songwriting and music making as a whole.
Are there any that you can mention that you're working with or that you might soon? If it's a secret, it's a secret. I totally respect it. I gotta try.
You'll see. You will see. Because I am very excited for the songs to come with collaboration. Nice. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right.
That's all I'll say.
Ooh.
That's all I'll say.
Nice. Anticipation. So I guess that's kind of like would lead up to my next question. Would be kind of like, so after Hurricane, what next?
Yeah, well,
it's a hit. It's a freaking hit.
Oh,
and
man.
It's a hit and a half. Like I said, 130 countries.
It's so crazy.
77,000, or now probably 100 something.
Oh my
by this
gosh.
point.
Yeah, like
Um,
over. I mean, across
I can tell you every
platforms. It's
morning
crazy.
because now at the Be Hippie we're open at 7 a.m. Monday through Saturday. But
Mm.
we have a tiny stage artist playlist,
Oh
and so
yeah.
every morning there's a more than one. There's more than
Of
Hurricane, but
course, yeah.
every single morning it plays here for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
so sweet. That's so kind. Yeah, you're all 70,000 of them. No, yeah.
A few of them for
A
sure.
few of them for sure. No, yeah. I think it's just such a cool man. Yeah, Hurricane. That song has definitely been my like whoa like moment. Like
Yeah.
with when it comes to a song and seeing how it's being, because I mean I shared clips of it on TikTok, and that's where it kind of started to
Yeah.
gain a lot of traction. And for like a whole week it was out, and it was being listened to without any like playlist placements or things like that. It was
Yeah.
just all organic. And then yeah, for it to be added to my first ever Spotify editorial playlist, that's pretty cool, because that means it was picked to be distributed to
Yeah.
hundreds of thousands of people, which is really cool.
Do you feel any kind of pressure to like sort of top it?
I think inherently, there's
Like a little competitive thing inside you, maybe, or
yeah, like but in a healthy, good way,
Yeah.
because I'm surrounded by such talented people and collaborators and producers that do like push my boundaries, because I've never had my boundaries pushed until like truly like starting working with people like Cam. He produced Stop the Car, Second Chances, and Life Worth Breathing. And obviously now working with Creatives Factory, the Johns, I call them the Johns. They have this, I mean, Camacho, he's been doing this for well, 20 plus years, 30 plus years, I
Yeah.
forget the number, but like he's been doing this. And obviously Jonathan McNary, like he has learned so much from working there. And so they have this knowledge and they have this knowledge that I haven't fully tapped into yet, whether it comes with like what happens on the business side, or what,
Right.
how to kind of align yourself still the most personal and meaningful to you, like to me, but like doing it in a way that can kind of like reach those targets or
Yeah.
those marks and stuff. And so like when it comes to the next song, it's like
You got some strategy now, kind of thing.
yeah, strategy. And like knowing that then each song off of this project that we're working on, they're different from each other, but still it still feels like it's all a part of one story, which like can be I think the word's conglomeration, I think that's the word.
Okay.
But just of what it is like to be a early 20s girl like walking through this world, whether it's relationships that ended poorly, or having that insecurity with yourself. Oh, there's a person standing outside the door. That was scary. You got the cord back?
Yeah, that was the guy that was telling you about that.
That's crazy. All live on camera. We got the
free-
headphone cord back.
Free fantasy verse for returning our
That
stuff.
is so funny. Whoa. I just look up and I see eyes
Yeah.
staring at me. That's so funny.
He's our resident here. He's uses the studio a lot because
Oh, that's so sick.
I don't know if you knew, but like a perk of the tiny stage is that if you perform here, you get to utilize the studio
Oh,
for
man.
free to do your work. So yeah, he's been using it a lot. Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
That's good to know. You are so too kind for this world, actually.
John, I thank you, but it's not me. Like a lot of people thank me, and I get it because maybe I'm the sort of face of it or whatever. But this all came from Johnny Appleby, from Chris Fagan, from his mind and heart, where he wants to. I say like he's in the fourth dimension, trying to pull everybody else up.
Oh,
Very metaphysical and like
yeah,
like he'll probably listen to your story and like get really deep into why you
Yeah.
have this perspective and
Wow.
why it's meant to be and this kind of stuff and like
I
why
need to
you're so
speak to this
successful.
person.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But this whole thing with music, yeah, it was just it was Lionsgate. It was he wanted to have this music festival, and then he saw how it was, and he was like, you know what, we're gonna Lionsgate. For those of you who don't know, it's an astrological event where the sun rises in line with the constellation Leo and the star Sirius,
Oh.
and opens up a portal of manifestation, as they say. So he literally said, we're gonna use this day to like manifest something. We don't know what, but like we're gonna use music because it's like a universal language, that kind of thing. And from all that, this little tiny house that we're in right now was the original hemp dispensary before the brick and mortar store. That's why there's some kind of like drive-through windows on either side.
Oh wow.
So it was for that. Like it would go to like farmers markets or stuff like that.
Yeah, travel.
And then the brick and mortar store happened. I want to say around COVID. I wasn't here during that time. I might have the timeline a little bit off, but it was around that time.
Wow.
And then this was just parked behind the store when I started working here. And then when we started doing this music stuff, he was like, you know what, this has to be a thing here.
Wow.
And then I believe him and his stepfather converted this into a little studio where all the wiring, we got the mixer, all the things that we need to have an actual stage.
Yeah.
Got the speakers out there, we're like, it sounds like it's a not for nothing, not to like pat ourselves in the back, but it sounds amazing.
No, yeah. I
literally built that stage. The original stage was just the a projector screen that I used to have because I had like movie nights and stuff like that.
That's so fun.
Just the frame with like some twinkly lights and like a couple little speakers.
Wow.
Like that was the stage.
Wow.
And this was not here. It was like just kind of traffic, going by. So it was a cool vibe,
Yeah.
almost like street performing, But no, it all came from him, and thankfully he's given me the opportunity to kind of be the arbiter of this thing, which is for me is so freaking. My background, as most of anyone that knows me or have heard previous Tiny Talks, has been soccer, my whole life.
I just noticed the necklace some time ago too. With the soccer balls. That's so cool.
With the number 9, that was my number.
Aww.
And then 1+8 later on. Shout out to Ivan Samarano. But yeah, it was always soccer, and that was my passion, and so much so that when I was pushing 30 and ending my playing days, I still wanted to be involved in it. And super long story, very very short. Started the first semi-pro soccer team in Denton.
Wow.
It took like 10 years to get to like a Sunday league team to like a national semi-pro level.
Yeah.
And along the way, helped several players go to college for it, go pro, semi-pro, to other teams. One of my players, or our players, I say, he's saying me or my. One of our players actually broke off and made his own team called the North Texas Legends, which is still operating right now.
Oh.
And a really great women's team right now for Denton, which when I started, there was no teams for these people.
Wow.
There was UNT and TWU for Division 1, and there was a women's team for each, but not for like men. They had like rec teams or whatever. But that was my passion, right? And after my father died in 21 now, shit. Yeah, it's been a little bit. I kind of had to stop all that. So I was like, I lost my passion, like the thing that I love doing all the time, and like I sacrificed everything for, like all my money. I was kind of lost for a minute, and then I found this place because I understand where you're saying that like maybe too much of the hemp can be or too much of anything for anybody can be bad,
Yeah.
Everything should be in healthy moderation.
For sure.
But I use this to kind of help myself get off drinking, because that was my big vice.
Yeah.
Still, I guess to this day, I they say it's never over. I hate fucking saying that too, but whatever. So
it's a lot to be over.
I started, right.
Yeah.
So I started coming here a lot, and then I was kind of also done with my library career, and then a big part of my library career was doing programs. The reason why is because I always tell people it's because every year the city has to vote to keep you. And a good way to do it is that you do things for the community so they see their dollars kind of being used. You know what I mean? So like when you see a story time or when you go to your library, you see people kind of reading to kids or like crafts for seniors or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
There's a whole team of people dedicated just to coming up with these events, putting it together, because it's a lot of moving parts, and executing it right. But it's the outcome is so like the payoff when you see it kind of pull off, and then people are happy, and you know,
Yeah.
it's a really big payoff. So like that was kind of my thing too. So I started coming here, and I was like, you know, it's a really cool patio they have out here, and I'm like, do you guys do anything? They're like, well, you know, we're allowed to enjoy the flower, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you know, so the people that used to work here were like soccer heads like me.
Oh.
So I was like, I found my people. I was like, you know, we can BS about soccer all day long. And then they wanted to show a game one time on a projector that they had. But if anyone that watches soccer at home, you knows like the premier soccer is always in like Europe. And with the time difference, the games happen around 1:30, 2 o'clock over here, 3 o'clock, you know, in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So they had this projector, and I was like, oh, what are you guys doing here? They're like, oh, we're going to show this game. And I was like, oh, awesome. But the game's at like 3 o'clock, and I just knew something about projectors because I've had them kind of like growing up, and I liked them. Instead of big screen TVs, like I got projectors.
Yeah.
Because I was like, screw 50 inch. I'm like going 200 inches with my shit.
That's
you know?
awesome. Oh my gosh.
So I had a really nice one. So I was like, that projector's not going to work because you need like a pitch black room.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, let me bring mine out, and you know, and then brought it out. It was cool, and I was like, why don't you let me do some kind of movie nights here? You know, I'll bring the PS3 out. We'll do some video games, whatever. You just kind of bring people here just for other than just like for smoking. You know.
Yeah.
And they let me kind of do that. As like that's what before OP Productions, it was OP Promotions. Because in my experience with soccer, I thought I had maybe a neck in marketing. Because that's how we got to that level, from like a nothing team to a national league.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me give it a shot, because I always wanted to do it, you know.
Yeah.
So I thought this was a sort of way to do it, where I was like, OP Promotions presents movie night, you know, or whatever.
Yeah.
And it became a regular thing almost every week that we would have something here. And that's kind of how I got involved with like just being involved with like events here. And then eventually the owner just hired me. He was like, you know what, you kind of created your own job here, buddy. It was like, I'll hire you. And he let me do their social media and their website at the time.
Wow.
So he was kind of giving me like a chance to kind of, do what you always wanted to do kind of thing. And it's been freaking amazing. And then I never expected this music thing to ever, you know, to happen. And then when he told us, it was August 6th that he said August 8th is Lionsgate, and I want a all-day festival, live music, whatever. And at that point was working with my other colleague, Manny, who's not here anymore. But we put it together, and that's become, you know, like, all right, well, now instead of like having movie nights or like trivia nights or a video game night, it became, let's get live music out here. And it really became now for me, like my new passion, just like soccer, like this. And I see all of you artists, like how I interact with you, and how like the stage is a sort of or we try to see it as a sort of stepping stone.
For sure.
It's very similar to what I was doing with soccer too.
Yeah.
And the payoff is the same, like especially after one of your gigs over here, and like I see you guys buzzing and like all happy and taking pictures and stuff. Like it's the greatest freaking thing in the world. So like I say all that to say, like, I appreciate people thanking me for stuff, and but I'm just a person that's allowed to be here and do this thing. It all came from Chris Fagan, Johnny Appleweed, you know, all this stuff. Like literally with his wood and a miter saw, built the whole freaking stage in like 10 days. Yeah,
it's like being in here feels so cozy and safe.
It's a vibe, right?
It really is.
Everybody says from the very beginning.
It really is.
There's a special
I know, it's
vibe
so
here.
funny, like talking about, you know, like my past stuff and like looking up at that photo and it's just
oh yeah,
stares at me, and I'm like, yeah, that's really cool to hear you talk about. You like you mentioned in there, like how you, just your journey and
I found my passion again here.
That's really great.
So that's why it seems like I'm doing whatever, like all the like, oh, thanks for what you do. I'm like,
oh no,
I'm just here, like I'm just allowed to do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but no, I mean you show up, like you show up. I mean, not only here, but like you support people by showing up and interacting and listening. So that's a huge thing that not a lot of people
I really feel
do.
Like what you're trying to do although I'm not a singer songwriter. You know,
Mhm.
I'm dabbling.
Yeah, hey.
But like it's for me, it's the same as the soccer thing, and like it is a dream. It's something
Yeah.
that most people probably tell you stop,
Mhm.
go to work. You know.
Yep.
So I really respect the drive, and
Mhm.
to see like people like you, like the award winner, songs in
Mm.
130 countries. Somebody just randomly in like Asia does a harp version of it. You know what I mean? Like that is such a big payoff, and I hope, and you know, Jano is the same way at the Love Mic,
Mhm.
that they're so supportive that we hope that like that kind of fuels this thing.
Yeah.
Where like at least you
Absolutely.
have one person in your life that's gonna tell you you can fucking do this thing.
Mhm.
Like, I'm telling you that right now, right? If everybody else around you says no, 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 you have at least 1, 2 people around you that will say yeah.
Yeah.
Like fuck that, just go for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, so it's awesome, and yeah, it's again like a super big honor to have you here.
Oh,
Um,
it's an honor for me to be here. Yeah,
you're making us look so legit right now.
Oh, stop. No, I've never done anything like this. So this is
Really?
yeah, this is the
This
first
your
time.
first interview?
I I've been interviewed before,
Okay.
but this is the first one that I've been sitting and talking with someone for like over an hour.
Yeah,
Like
it's been yeah,
it feels
hour and a
like
half.
this
It
setup,
happens.
y'all. This is legit. Like this is my first interview, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I've been
and
interviewed for little things before, but like not,
and I
you
just
know.
hope, and maybe because I'm looking at the comments, maybe you can let me know. But the hopes for these kind of tiny talks is that people hear your story, and then now they're gonna go back and listen to Hurricane in a different way, or
Yeah.
Second Chances in a different way,
Yeah.
or Stop the Car in a whole different way.
It's
You
so
know
cool
what I
that you
mean?
do this. Yeah. Mhm.
And that's kind of why I wanted to have these, because I have these conversations after your shows, and I'm like,
Mhm.
people should hear this thing, because like then they're gonna like have a whole different appreciation for stuff.
Yeah.
So I hope if you agree, say yes on the chat, maybe.
Who all's
but
in to right now?
I see my eyes are there's Molly and
Molly.
Kaden next,
Kaden. Yes.
and there's a Lila, maybe Lila April.
Lila. Oh my gosh. I know a few
I'm
of those
sorry,
names.
my I don't have my eyeglasses, and I'm freaking old and can't
No,
see
you're
from this
good.
far.
Those are OGs. They found me on TikTok
Nice.
probably like 2024 or something, and they are they show up for everything. So I love you guys. Shout out to y'all, all of y'all here. I love you so much.
All right. So
Certified Winnies. Anyways, yeah.
one of the questions that I love to end with,
Mhm.
because I'm sorry to keep you here so long.
Oh no,
I
I'm
always
having
say-
a time of my life. Please.
I always say I try to keep it in an hour, but no.
No, this is it's been like we could talk all day.
Good.
Truly.
Don't tell me that, because I will. But what? So I always ask people, especially with your success,
Mm.
if you're talking, like, say, this is your camera here, to another local artist that is trying to come up, trying to do their thing. Maybe they're getting these no's everywhere.
Mhm.
What is the best piece of advice you can give them?
Mm. I mean, truly, I think the theme that we have that's trickled along with each talking point has just been to give it your all and give it your best. And even like your best can look like 1%, but as long as you're at least getting up and trying, it is better than not doing that at all. And I truly I repeat myself like a broken record, because for a long time I literally sat in I whether it was because of like being sad or feeling like I'm not good enough to do something, I sat in the effects of that, and I let months and even years pass by before I ever gave anything a true shot. And so truly, art is art, and it's meant to be created and shared, and the art that you make will find the people that need to hear it.
Yes.
I fully believe, and so just please just try and not let the thoughts and all of the negative things get to you, because you don't want to be at a point where you regret certain things happening. And I definitely struggle with doing that still, with regretting not starting sooner or everything that comes with that. But yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I would say.
Keep on keeping on.
Keep
yeah.
on keeping on, but it's not always easy to be heard and then actually apply. But
Yeah.
there is, it's such a great payoff whenever you do at least try, even if you fail.
Yep.
You learn something. So
Yeah, and
that's
you really let me second that point about not wanting to regret not doing it sooner.
Yep.
Coming from someone that has gray hairs all over the place, you don't want those feelings. They're not good feelings, and they don't go away very easily.
awesome.
And you would rather fall on your face trying it than
Exactly.
not doing it at all. And
Yes.
I'm looking forward to your music, but
Thanks.
I guess I want to thank you also for your music,
Oh.
because and probably why it resonates the way it does is that it comes from maybe a bad space, but like it's a different kind of outlook. It's a positive outlook
Yeah.
that kind of gives people hope. You know what I mean? And maybe that's why they kind of resonate with it so much, is that it's maybe something that they're not used to hearing in this kind of music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so your perspective and the way that it seems that you carry yourself throughout your whole life in the quote storm or the hurricane.
Yeah.
I would say good luck, but I don't think you really need it, because there's something in your DNA that has this kind of outlook, and that's going to carry you further and further up, wherever you want to go, really. So I love your music. Thank you for it.
Thank you.
And I cannot wait for the stuff that's coming up, especially this video game stuff.
Oh my gosh, it's only the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, but yeah.
I was thinking it'd be so really cool if you almost did like a live show, but like did the music for like a tournament.
Oh,
You know
that
what I
would
mean?
that's
Like,
sick.
growing
it
up
exists.
as a kid,
Opportunity exists.
I was exposed to music mainly kind of like playing Mario, like
Yeah.
Super Nintendo, but
Of course.
instead of the music from the actual game, we would put on like a record, like
Yeah.
The Best of Queen was one that we had like on loop.
How cool.
But that'd be a pretty cool show where like instead of like you have like a tournament, but like you're doing the live music for it.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be so sick.
That will be added to my to-do list
Yeah.
and my goals for
If there's one thing you
This
can
whole
ever
thing.
get from me are ideas for stuff. That's one thing I'm never short of.
I need that in my life.
Yeah.
So absolutely, please, anytime you have them.
All right. Well, yes. Thank you so much.
Oh.
We're gonna transition to outside, because
Yes.
you're gonna give us a little performance.
Yes.
On the tiny stage?
Yeah, we're gonna sing my new song "Hurricane" that's out, and
But there was an announcement today, wasn't there?
yeah,
Regarding
the
Hurricane.
Hurricane acoustic version.
Hey.
So it's perfect time to sing it.
We're getting a taste today
We're getting a little taste today.
with the
so.
Beehive house guitar too.
Oh yes, absolutely. I'm so excited to play it.
All right, so yeah, stay tuned. Don't go away. We're gonna end this live here, but still stay on our YouTube channel, because then we'll be right back. And we're gonna give Gracen a minute to kind of chill and get ready. Say 10, 15 minutes. We'll be back. But yeah, thank you so much again for being here on our Tiny Talk
Thank you for
and
having
making us
me.
look and sound so legit.
Oh
right now.
please stop.
For having a real.
You do
celebrity.
that all yourself. You do that
Whatever.
all yourself.
Whatever. No, but I loved hearing your story. And yeah, I just can't wait for everything else. So
Thank
And
you.
whenever you need a show, you just let me know. We got
This would
you.
be perfect.
Yes.
Oh, it's already going through my head.
Awesome. All right.
Yay.
All right, everybody. That was Tiny Talk number 24. 24, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I can't believe it either.
Crazy. I'm 24 years old. 24.
Hey, interesting. All right.
For the 24-year-old.
There are no coincidences.
Nope.
We say that over here a lot. Yep.
Absolutely. But
All right. We'll be right back pretty soon with a performance from Gracen Wynn on the tiny stage. Thank you so much.
bye. How fun. And then you just pause it?
I'm going to stop. Yeah.
Oh.
I give it some kind of time, because for some odd reason when I stop it right away, it'll cut it off seconds before, and then